time for Dwight at Night. Tonight, Dwight welcomes actor, producer, director, and sometimes all-around funny man Claude Miles. And straight from the Lex Studios writer's room, the menacing micro-drama writing team of Geena, Lucile, and Sarah Wolf. And like a relative looking to borrow money, you just never know who is gonna show up around here. Now let's give a big bourbon and barbecue-fueled Lexington welcome for Dwight Douglas.
A herd of cattle done come through here. Hey, well, welcome to Dwight at Night. I am yours truly, Dwight Alex Douglas, and thanks for joining us again. I've been moonlighting as a janitor lately. So as you see, we are hiring. Just check Indeed for openings for janitorial services. It's good to see everybody. Welcome back. It's been a long week. Stressful, and cold. But listen, there's a few stories we got to cover to help you feel a little better. So go fix you a bowl of cereal, get you some Nutri-Grain bars, some plantains, maybe get you some turkey sausage, pork sausage, blood sausage, whatever kind of sausage you prefer. Make you a breakfast, check on the kids. Pop a squat, kick up your feet. We got a few things to cover. One, the Trump administration is doing some things. Yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but they are trying. And in this case, they're trying to they're trying to cure osteoporosis, is what they're trying to do. He signed a bill allowing the schools to provide whole milk to all the children, which seems like a good initiative until you find out that all these children are lactose intolerant. Where you're gonna have watery squirts out of all the children. I don't need that in my life. Children coming home with eczema patches. He doesn't care about the kids. He only cares about the cows. It's good to have everybody. What else is going on? Valentine's Day. Hey, it's coming, folks. It's a very important holiday, okay? We just had Martin Luther King Day, and the next one coming up is Valentine's Day. And to all you procrastinators out there, you don't want to be that guy in Walmart on the 13th of February trying to figure out which half-dead bouquets of flowers you're going to get. Ladies love the thought. That's what's important. It's all about the thought that counts, they say, which explains why I've been married 3 times. I done figured it out, though, now. Yep, 3rd time's the charm, people. Listen, don't procrastinate. Get them something good. Like, I don't know, an edible arrangement, maybe like chocolates. And speaking of chocolates, that's out of control, because I don't know what's going on in the cocoa fields and who's been populating those, but the fact is, $15 for a bag of candy is ridiculous. I never knew diabetes was so expensive, Rocher chocolates. Nobody cares. Listen, everybody's getting the Hershey dark chocolates, 3 of them. For 99 cents. So look, I'm glad everybody's here. I want you all to come back. I've got a heck of a show lined up for you. I still got some more mopping to do, because there's footprints galore around here, and somebody had on Hawkers. I can tell. I'll see you on the other side of the break.
Here at Lex Studios, we have a hospital. We have a police station. Lex headquarters. A green room so you can relax in between takes. A makeup room so you can get Hollywood ready. A courtroom for when a girl needs to get herself out of trouble. I feel like I'm auditioning for Mad. The 60s are very much alive at Lex. Come see. Lex Studios is calling. It's for you.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Listen, man, oh man, do we have a treat lined up for you today. Listen, we've been working to try to get this guy in here, and I'm so glad we did. Not only is he in movies and making films like Law and Beaver or Carved on Hulu, he's a filmmaker and a storyteller, my good friend. Please put your hands together for my good friend, Claude Miles. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Have a seat. Come on in. Take a load off. Get
I'm gonna take off my lab coat. I don't see anything too dangerous in here.
No need to worry.
I mean, we can check. I do have a radiation meter. We can just make sure.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah,
we'll keep that out just in case.
Yes, keep it close.
We'll know we don't get too many rads here. This is dangerous times. Dangerous times.
Yeah, it's like a CAT scan on. A mobile CAT scan is what that is.
Yes, and I don't know about how you're supposed to. Is this how do you sit in these chairs? Is this appropriate? I'm not sure.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No,
is it an up in the air chair? All right, we'll try to edge.
Whatever's comfortable, you know. You can prop your legs up and cross them, sit on them. Yeah, that's fine.
I know. I won't put my feet on your desk. That seems very rude.
No, it's fine. Look, I've got some props here.
Yes.
And some things that I've seen. Like, tell me about Law and Beaver. I seen y'all shot that right here at Lex Studios.
Yeah. Well, fun story. One of my friends who's a cinematographer, Matthew Costa, called me up and he said, hey, the studio is empty next week for 4 days. Do you have anything to shoot? And I was like, having nothing to shoot, I said, sure, yeah, I got you covered, no problem. So, by late Sunday night, I had my cast together and my third draft, and we shot it the next week. And it's one of the funniest, stupidest things I've ever done. It was so exciting to do.
It made me laugh so much. I thought it was the coolest thing, because that's one of the parts of some of these different films is the effects of them and some of the puppets of them and the puppeteers of them, because there's a beaver in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like Law and Order, just like Law and Order, except for the defendant is a cute little beaver puppet. Portrayed by my hand and a cute little beaver puppet.
Dude, that's so fun.
I didn't bring it today. I brought some other toys maybe, but I didn't bring the beaver puppet. So pretend there's a beaver puppet here right now. You see it? This real.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm glad you came by. And it was on short notice. Like I said, that people need to hear some of these stories you've got going on. What's been going on?
Well, I mean, what has it? We had a really big time last year at Shaker Village making Carved, which is the 90s, set in the 1990s, and it's a horror comedy on Hulu.
Yeah.
And that's one of the little coasters I gave you, is the Carved coaster, But yeah, we did, my friends and I did puppeteering and makeup special effects on it. And then I also have a makeup special effects company with those same friends.
Yeah.
And I just smacked the microphone, that'll be really nice. But I have a special effects company with those same friends, and so they actually moved from Los Angeles.
When you say special effects, you mean special effects like these here?
Makeup special effects.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I mean.
This here,
Yeah, and that's puppeteering a lot of that too. The makeup special part.
This one?
So in this right here, I am greasing this vine because I'm going to be on one end and my business partner Sven's on the other, and we're going to pull it, and then another puppeteer, Jonathan Craig from Canada, he's going to lift that head up, and then there's another guy on the floor, Danny, and I can't think of Danny's last name. He's on the ground behind him, and he's going to pump blood out of that neck as soon as the head pops up. So that's the whole like a bit of a Last Supper picture of us there.
That's what it reminded me of. That's so funny.
But yeah, and so that was a lot of fun, and again, it helped me to convince my friends to move from LA here to start this company, Kentucky Creature Effects.
Yeah.
KentuckyCreatureEffects.com. But yeah, that's we have a lot of fun working with that. I think in this past year I've worked with Terrence Howard of Hustle and Flow and Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and then in this very building I worked with Andrew Dice Clay, which was kind of fun, and Grace Van Dien, who's for Stranger Things. And
how'd you get into that?
Well, it goes back to, if you want to create something and make it as a filmmaker, and a little bit, Law and Beaver is a good example. I used things I had and was creative with them. I didn't start with a script with these huge, big ideas and then like, how do I make this? No, someone was like, we can get Lex Studios. And I was like, well, they have a courthouse and a police station. And when my wife and I were watching Law and Order, I was like, well, we can make Law and Order, but someone already makes Law and Order. But then I had a beaver puppet on my desk from my friend's movie, Beaver with a Cleaver. And I had a leftover beaver puppet where I'd shot some scenes for him. And I was like, well, no one's made Law and Beaver yet.
Yeah.
So we made that. But so, all of it sort of derives from, I did my first short film in 1986. I did a Doctor Who fan film for public access in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's on YouTube now too. And so I wrote and directed and produced and shot and edited this film on 3/4 inch tapes, and when it was separate from the camera, it was a whole ordeal. But When you have to wear all the hats, you learn to do all of the positions.
You do. Yeah.
I need blood in this scene, so I'll go get blood. When I was 12 years old, I didn't know he needed an AD. I was just doing all the jobs. So, over the years, some of them I've fell into more specialized fields especially with my friends from LA, are big professionals. My friend Sven Granlund, he worked at Deadpool 1 and 2. Everything you can just about name in LA, big movies, and he taught the cinema makeup school for years. Yeah. So there's a lot of really big talent, and when we finally got to get them into Kentucky to work, I was like, we have the best incentives in the nation. We have more work coming. So, but yeah, that's so fun. It's necessity, I guess, is how I got into any of the other things. All I wanted to do was make things, and what I was watching on TV. Yeah. When I was little, I saw The Muppet Show, and I was really heartbroken when I learned that Kermit's actual job on that show. There are kind of jobs like that, but that wasn't the actual job, because I was like, I want to do that. That's the job I want. That guy. Wrangle talent, interview him, do a couple of numbers maybe in the show.
You are way too busy.
I don't know about that. I feel like too busy might be the word sometimes. Yeah. I feel like we should turn more things down sometimes, but you never know.
So tell me about some of the things I saw you brought some things with you.
Well, yeah, I've got from Carved, I have one of our screen-used baby pumpkins. Yeah. So this is spooky, and so it's wait for it. Spooky. So that's so that the test staff here.
That's what my pumpkin looked like by Thanksgiving on my porch after 31st of October. It just shrunk.
This is probably modeled on that. Yeah. These sit in a field of hemlock, which there's a big hemlock patch, is real dangerous plant. And so every day when we would place these pumpkins, we get an email for safety in the morning on it. When we're going to set, they would say, hey, don't smoke the hemlock. Like, I don't know who's smoking the hemlock, but they had to warn us. They sent it out to the entire cast and crew. You're going to be in the hemlock fields, don't smoke it. Okay.
I think the radar's going off.
Is it? No.
Okay.
It probably should be radioactive. I think this one's probably, what's the shelf life, the half-life is expired. It's no longer radioactive for us. But
that's so funny and weird at the same time.
Yeah, then there's a bigger one that's the main pumpkin. This is just one of the babies. Yeah, that's spoiler alert for the end of the movie.
It's the spawn of the big pumpkin.
Yes. Yeah. So if you see one of these at Shaker Village, you're going to want to run. Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie, you'll know why when you see the movie. And it is a horror comedy, which I love the light aspect of that. So when you're scared, you're also maybe like about to laugh too.
That is an art of storytelling for movies like that can intrigue you with horror and have humor in it too. Yeah. Is it a skill learned to be able to merge those two genres seamlessly?
I mean, I think, it has to be learned. There's so many people that do it ineffectively. Yeah. So clearly, when it's done right, there's something. Something that clicks. Yeah. I mean, I actually Law and Beaver is in a horror film festival in England this month, and maybe actually showing this weekend. Yeah. At the Horror on the Sea festival. Yeah. And so I had to write about how that's a horror.
Golly.
And it's mostly comedy.
See.
But you got murder in there. Or else why would the beaver be in trouble, right?
See, I think those movies are so fun to watch, because sometimes it's like you almost feel guilty for laughing because it's supposed to be horror, but then it's like it's funny though.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's weird, but it looks like somebody gouged out the pumpkin's eyeballs.
And we had, for the larger pumpkin, we had 3 or 4 versions of it. And one of them was animatronic, so inside of it, the little eyebrows on the big pumpkin could just move up and down. And
I would scare my daughters like crazy with something like that. They never live. They probably have nightmares and everything. Like, Daddy, what is that? It's a pumpkin, baby. It's a pumpkin. Yeah, that's so cool. Well, that's awesome. And then, like I said, you've got a huge resume of different movies you've been in. You got any more movies coming up this year?
Oh, yeah. One of the ones I'm most excited about, I did makeup special effects on with my company, and it's called Twisted, and it stars Jamin Hansu and Lauren Lavera, and it's out February 6th.
Hello.
And so it's going to be great. I want to come tell you and bring props from it after it's out.
See this?
But I can't show you or say too much about it now because it's not out. So
also, you can't let any of the good news leak just yet.
Just that what we did was incredible, and I can't wait for people to see it. Oh, you got an inside scoop. It's gonna be so good. Oh my goodness, Jamin Hansu is He's twisted. He's a twisted monster. I think they even say in the trailer, "You're a monster."
I can't wait. So will you come back and help premiere it here? Or maybe give me a copy of it? The trailer?
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
Yeah, the trailer, we might probably get to you guys for this or whatever, but,
See that? Success, people.
It's online. They just released it yesterday or the day before, I think.
Ooh, see that?
Good stuff, good stuff.
We never stop working. It's networking all day long, every day.
It is, it always is, yeah. that is the whole job. Phone rings all day and night.
That's it.
Day and night.
That's so awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, listen, folks, so I know we've got a few more things coming up after the break, but if you haven't, please check them out. It's our good friend. And then, like I said, check out Law and Beaver. Check out Carve on Hulu. And we'll see you on the other side of the break. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Look, I've got another treat lined up for you all today. There are some very talented folks here at Lex Studios that has their hands in on everything from horseback riding to movie making to MMA broadcasting. So please put your warm hands together in a good Saturday morning welcome to our good friends, Geena and Sarah. Come on in. Have a seat. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Good.
Come on in. Have a seat. Well, how are you ladies today? I've been seeing you all over the place, in and out of the studio left and right. Just exactly what all do you all have your hands in on around here?
Well, for right now, we're setting up a tent because we're almost living here.
Yeah.
We're here all the time.
We're camped out. Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah, so y'all set up tent and you're shooting on the other side of the studio over there, right? And then y'all, I mean, it's a busy time of year. It's the tail end of January, but I mean, we've got what? Horses racing, getting ready for the Derby. Mm-hmm. We've got MMA happening, or the broadcasting career with that. I mean, you're into everything.
Yeah, UFC just moved to Paramount, which is really fun because Paramount has a vast majority of different films and sports.
Yeah.
But Sarah and I, we are heavily involved with the horse racing community.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah actually was my agent out in California.
Is that right?
And then we did movies out there.
Yeah.
She worked on scripts.
Yeah,
And it's been really amazing just to bring that here in our backyard in Lexington at Lex Studios.
That's what I was thinking. Like, how'd y'all manage to wind up here in Lexington, Kentucky? Just a stroke of luck. And then, I know Lex Studios and the incentives and stuff, right?
So the incentive program is amazing because it offers 30 to 35% of a tax incentive program for investors to come in, invest in movies, and make a ton of money back, which is really amazing, but also create great products. And this studio is the largest in Kentucky. It's over 50,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And you can shoot inside, outside, and Kentucky has a vast, just like a whole different terrain for film projects.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a wide array of talent here as well. That's just
untapped talent. Yeah,
absolutely.
Beautiful landscape, like you said. We can shoot anything from horseback and show a landscape of like a field and a horse farm to it being a city landscape to green screen capabilities. The cinematographers around here are great.
You can make it look like a desert. We've got tons of water here. I mean, there's really, there's nothing the limits here in Kentucky are endless.
So how did you get into acting and movies? And I mean, because you have a background in all kinds of different things, right? How did acting and making movies and projects like that, how'd that come about?
Sarah and I, we were at the racetrack and we got spotted, really. So we got offered a couple reality television shows that we ended up turning down because it was very intrusive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was not gonna be good for us in the long run.
In the long run. So we turned that down and then worked on, she's a very heavy into writing and she's actually helped me just kind of open up my mind into writing. I didn't think that I could write until now.
I started out screenplay editing out there just kind of like as a side gig, and I was going to school after I stopped being an agent, and Geena was actually doing like some like production assistant work at the time. She got into that, stunt writing. Yeah, I got her foot in the door with that, and I was doing the screenplay editing, and
She played Marilyn. She plays a great
yeah,
Marilyn.
I did like a little commercial. Like, you know, we just kind of dabbled. We're like, we're in LA. Let's just,
Yeah.
you know, we can do some stuff here.
I have a lot of respect for writers because I've tried it, and for some reason, what comes off in my head never makes it to the paper. By the time it gets to the paper, I've gone through about 5 erasers because I'll rewrite it and all that stuff. Yeah. So I think it's really, really cool. What kind of projects you guys got coming out right now?
Oh, we're so
over the next
excited.
month?
So 2026, microdrama season. It's a $28 billion growing industry. And Sarah and I, well, actually, Tim Sabo here, who runs all of Lex Studios, he's absolutely incredible.
The best.
He put us on to doing a microdrama because it takes 7 days to film.
Okay.
The budget is quite lower for you to film it, but again, with that tax incentive, say you're an investor and you come in and you invest $150,000, you're getting 33% back, and then these microdramas sell for $200 to $250. So you're getting a nice return plus the incentive money coming back. Takes 7 days to film, and you can almost shoot 2 of them a month. So we've been hitting the pen and paper.
Cranking them out. Oh my gosh, we'll be on the phone for like 6 hours until I lose service and have to call her back or whatever, right? So we'll, the first time that we wrote one, that was just over the phone, like we were both writing, taking notes, and then we share our notes and fill in the gaps and
shoot it. And then are the dramas linked together, or are they singular? Like
singular.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tim had a great idea though to make a series where it's a microdrama reality show. Not reality show, but it's a microdrama show of making microdramas with a new cast coming in. So the cast is new, but like the guests are new, but then the people who are in the studio are the same.
That's
because microdramas don't have series yet.
Yeah.
So we have Hot Wired for Love.
Yeah.
We've got a psychotherapist one. We have an amnesia
psychotherapist one.
Yes, but he's
also a psychopath.
He's a hot psychotherapist. You know. Yeah, the girls don't mind him stalking them, I guess.
That's the thing.
That's so funny.
Anything.
And all of the talent is you're casting from here, is that right?
Mostly here.
Mostly here? Okay.
Yes. We will pull a little bit from Drama Box and Real Short for the leads.
Yeah.
But it just gives a huge opportunity for the untapped potential here in Lexington to get involved. And because the way that the scripts are written, they're one-liner, two-liners, so you're not having to memorize
a
long
booklet.
Paragraph.
See?
So it's good for...
That's good practice for up-and-coming actors and actresses, too.
Absolutely.
It's good practice for us, too, to just kind of like, you know,
That's
have
so
our hands
fun.
in everything involved in a finished product. So
See, that's exciting. That kind of stuff people don't know is going on out there like that. And so that's why I was so happy to get you all on, because, I mean, that project alone. Now, tell me about how you got into the horse racing as a jockey, because you're a jockey, and then you represented her as a jockey at a point in time, and that's how you all met. I'm so intrigued because this is the horse capital of the world, right? So there's horses everywhere. Some of them driving cars, some of them eating ice cream sandwiches out of people's pockets. You know, all kinds of things going on in the horse capital. But there's not a lot of insight to what it's like to be a jockey.
So I started riding on the racetrack when I was 16. I worked for TaylorMade at 15 as a sales girl, so I would, walk the horses around the sales ring. Sarah and I actually both, we've crossed paths here in Kentucky, but it wasn't till California. She had actually one of the top apprentice riders who won the Eclipse Award, Drayden Van Dyke. And so she hustled so much. I mean, I have so much respect for this girl here. And so
busy time.
It was very nerve-wracking to fly out to California and start racing out there, but I knew I was in really good hands. And wouldn't you say it's just the horse racing industry is really, it's tough for women. It's tough for everybody, but then there's just not a lot of females in the sport. It is growing, and it has in the last 10 years. But so we just linked up as one, and we were very strong together.
That's beautiful, because I think that's one thing that's happening around is like the networking aspect of it and bringing, some focus to it, right? So look, wonderful stories. We're going to go to commercial real quick, and we'll be right back with Sarah and Geena. Welcome back, folks. We still have our good friends Sarah and Geena here with us. And I had a few more questions I wanted to ask you about because, like I said, I'm so intrigued by this micro drama and the writing and the history you all have with it. But tell me, in this day and age, what is the most popular things to be writing about nowadays?
Well, just to clarify with microdramas, because they're still featured films, they're shot the same way. They're 120 minutes or even 96 minutes, but they're verticals. So the best way to get in touch with Lex Studios is to go on social media, get in touch with Lex, and then they can come to us and then be involved in these microdramas.
That's so
but
fun.
But the best, let's say, variety that are popular, what would you say, Sarah?
Well, I mean, a lot of these are kind of like romantic. They're almost like think romance novel.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's certain themes and genres that people
eat those up all day
like.
long.
Yeah, there's
Who doesn't love a good
policeman
romance?
or a cowboy or whatever, but it's
The Hallmark
it's a
Channel
lot of that.
type of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than, it's a little more spicy than
Is it?
Hallmark.
Stepped out of our comfort zone just
We
a little
have,
bit,
yes.
haven't we?
That's funny. Yeah, because that's exciting. And yeah, I'm so happy for you all because, like I said, I'm interested myself just hearing it. I'm excited for it. So, and you said they get in touch with you just by going on social medias for Lex Studios and signing up both on the site, Lex Studios website, and then on social media. Is that right?
Yes, the best way to do it is follow Lex Studios. If you're in tune with all the news, you won't miss out on a single microdrama featured film or modeling project, commercial, or talk show. So the best thing to do is follow Lex Studios, get in touch with Bill or Tim Sabo. Cooper's amazing here. Everybody, the whole family here is going to make you feel very warm, invited in, and you can just grow. And like we said, it's in your backyard, so there's no excuse to not show up and get in the database.
Y'all heard it here first, folks. Look, and I heard they're going to be doing steaks here soon. Tomahawks.
How do you like your steak?
Oh, just a little bit of red.
Okay.
Just a little bit of red. I don't like those well-done steaks. I found out the hard way on a trip to Fogo de Chao, a steakhouse kind of like here is Texas de Brazil.
Sounds fancy. I love Texas de Brazil.
I hurt myself in there.
They have this thing called the meat sweats.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Because I forgot to turn my card over when they was walking around with all the meats, and they just kept coming and coming. I said, well, I got to eat it now. And so, yeah, I hurt myself. So if y'all come by the studio and they're grilling out in the back, just make sure y'all don't eat up all the steaks.
Just turn the card over.
Just turn the card over. So fun. Thank you all for coming on. Please come back again. And folks, look, hopefully you all have had a good time this week. So I would love to see you again. See you next Saturday, 10 a.m., ABC. See you on the flip side.